Hollywood in the 1970s was not for the weak. Behind the glitz and glamour was a world of injustice, prejudice, and brutal competition for the spotlight. Yet, some women walked into that world and ruled it. They weren't just beautiful, they embodied power, resilience, and rebellion. These 20 stunning black actresses weren't just beauty icons, they were revolutionaries who shattered every limit placed on them. Some were exploited, deceived, and cast aside, yet they stood tall, heads high, smiles unshaken. Others, despite scandals and criticism for their unconventional lifestyles, refused to let anything stop them from becoming legends. So, what are we waiting for? Let's dive into the stories of these extraordinary women right now. Pam Grier. While Diana Ross transitioned from music to Hollywood, Pam Grier was making her mark on the big screen from the start. She wasn't just a face of the blaxploitation era, she shattered stereotypes and redefined the role of black women in 1970s cinema. Starring in Coffee, 1973, and Foxy Brown, 1974, Grier took on high-intensity action roles, fearlessly performing her own stunts. Director Quentin Tarantino later called her the first female action star in Hollywood. But beyond her tough on-screen persona, it was her undeniable talent, confidence, and independence that made her an icon for generations of women. Grier's beauty was as striking as her presence. With glowing brown skin, voluminous natural curls, and a powerful physique, she commanded attention wherever she went. At a time when beauty standards often leaned toward delicate femininity, she broke the mold with her fierce energy and bold charisma. While some compared her to contemporaries like Tamara Dobson and Barbra Streisand, Grier had a unique balance of strength and allure. Tarantino once described her as a flower of power, no one else comes close. But her journey wasn't without struggle. Her fame brought high-profile relationships with stars like Richard Pryor and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, making her a frequent subject of media gossip. The press fixated on her romances and the Hollywood party scene, where excess was the norm. Grier later admitted to facing personal battles but refused to let them define her. By the 1980s, she took control of her life and career, emerging even stronger. That transformation only deepened her legacy, proving she was more than just a beauty, she was a force to be reckoned with. Diana Ross. Diana Ross is a name that captivated audiences worldwide. In the 1960s and 1970s, she was the definition of elegance and star power. As the lead singer of the Supremes, she helped turn the group into one of the best-selling acts of all time. When she launched her solo career, she didn't just maintain her success, she reshaped the landscape of American music. Her song Ain't No Mountain High Enough became an anthem, cementing her place at the top. Beyond music, she proved her versatility in film, earning an Oscar nomination for portraying Billie Holiday in Lady Sings the Blues, 1972, making her a trailblazer of her era. Ross's beauty was just as mesmerizing as her talent. It wasn't just her radiant skin or expressive eyes, it was the way she carried herself, like royalty. Vogue once hailed her as a symbol of timeless beauty, while Ebony described her as a beacon for black women everywhere. Compared to other legends like Aretha Franklin or Tina Turner, Ross stood out with her slender frame, sophisticated fashion choices, and ever-evolving hairstyles that set trends rather than followed them. But fame came with its share of struggles. Her relationship with Motown founder Berry Gordy became a hot topic in the press. Later, divorces and legal troubles in the late 70s threatened her image, with rumors of substance abuse casting a shadow over her career. Yet, Diana Ross refused to be defined by setbacks. She fought her way back, proving that she was more than just a music icon, she was a symbol of resilience, breaking barriers and reclaiming her legacy against all odds. Nichelle Nichols. Like Cicely Tyson, who challenged industry norms, Nichelle Nichols shattered Hollywood's racial barriers. More than just an actress, she became a symbol of progress. Her portrayal of Lieutenant Uhura in Star Trek was groundbreaking, one of the first black women on American television to be depicted as a strong, intelligent, and authoritative officer. Yet, her journey almost ended early. Frustrated by limited screen time, she considered leaving the show until a pivotal encounter with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. changed her mind. He urged her to stay, emphasizing the impact of her role on millions, particularly young black women. Inspired, Nichols remained, turning Uhura into a cultural icon and later working with NASA to recruit women and minorities into the space industry. Nichols' beauty defied Hollywood's conventional standards. At a time when actresses like Mary Tyler Moore embodied the era's idealized look, Nichols stood out with her striking features, commanding gaze, and radiant skin. Her Star Trek uniform didn't overshadow her elegance, it amplified it. Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry once remarked, "Nichelle wasn't just beautiful, she represented a future where race was no longer a limitation." But success didn't come easily. Uhura's role was initially sidelined, and rumors swirled that producers considered cutting her character for not fitting the industry's glamorous mold. Yet, Nichols refused to back down. With unwavering confidence and the backing of both Dr. King and devoted fans, she cemented her place in television history. Even as Hollywood's racial biases remained, Nichols carved her own path, not just as a performer but as a pioneer who redefined what was possible for black women on screen. Cicely Tyson. While Pam Grier dominated action films with fearless beauty, Cicely Tyson embodied grace and dignity, reshaping Hollywood's view of black actresses. Her breakthrough role in Sounder, 1972, not only earned her an Oscar nomination but also set a new standard for black representation in film. In 1974, she delivered another defining performance in the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, winning 2 Emmy Awards. But Tyson's influence extended beyond the screen. She was a fierce advocate for uplifting the image of the black community, refusing roles that relied on harmful stereotypes. She once stated, "I want viewers to see strength in the characters I portray." Tyson's beauty didn't fit conventional Hollywood standards, it radiated from her poise and commanding presence. With deep brown skin, soulful eyes, and a dignified elegance, she captivated audiences in a way that transcended physical appearance. Unlike the fiery appeal of Dorothy Dandridge or the boldness of Pam Grier, Tyson's beauty was quiet yet powerful. The New York Times once described her as the living portrait, praising her perfect balance of classic grace and inner resilience. But her path to success wasn't easy. In an era when black actresses were often relegated to minor or stereotypical roles, Tyson refused to conform. She turned down countless offers that didn't align with her values, a decision that led to years of struggle and rejection from Hollywood executives. Yet, she never wavered. She believed true beauty came from within, a belief she shared in an interview with Essence. "Inner beauty reflects outward, that's something I've always stood by." And indeed, her unwavering spirit, grace, and extraordinary talent made Cicely Tyson a legend whose legacy remains unmatched. Rosalind Cash. Rosalind Cash was a force of strength and defiance in Hollywood, breaking barriers as one of the first black actresses to make a mark in the sci-fi genre. Her roles in The Omega Man, 1971, and Cornbread, Earl and Me, 1975, not only showcased her talent but also cemented her place as a trailblazer for diversity in cinema. Starring alongside Charlton Heston in The Omega Man was groundbreaking at the time, as few black actresses had the opportunity to share the screen with such high-profile stars. Cash's beauty was as striking as her presence. With deep, radiant skin and an electrifying gaze, she redefined Hollywood's perception of allure. Unlike Diana Ross, who embodied soft elegance, Cash's appeal was sharp, bold, and hypnotic. Her commanding presence made her unforgettable, with Ebony magazine once calling her the queen of strong roles and praising her fearless approach to style and performance. But success came with challenges. Despite her undeniable talent, Cash often faced financial struggles and disputes over unfair wages. Her contributions were not always valued as they should have been. She had to fight for recognition and fair treatment in an industry that often overlooked black actresses. Yet, through resilience and determination, she continued to thrive, leaving behind a legacy of talent, individuality, and uncompromising beauty. Diahann Carroll. When discussing trailblazing women in Hollywood, much like Nichelle Nichols, Diahann Carroll's name stands out as a true pioneer. She made history as the star of Julia, 1968, the first American TV series to center on a black woman in a professional role. This groundbreaking show redefined representation on television and earned Carroll a Golden Globe, making her the first African American woman to win such an honor. But her impact went far beyond awards. She paved the way for future stars like Halle Berry and Viola Davis, proving that black women could command leading roles and become cultural icons. Carroll's beauty was just as remarkable as her talent. At a time when Hollywood favored Eurocentric ideals, she emerged with luminous skin, delicate features, and captivating eyes. Her look was both soft and commanding, radiating elegance and confidence. Unlike Lena Horne's classic beauty or Eartha Kitt's striking intensity, Carroll brought a refined, graceful charm that was entirely her own. Publications like Jet and Ebony celebrated her as a beauty icon, but what made her truly unforgettable was the depth and intelligence behind her stunning appearance. Producer Otto Preminger once said, "She has both intelligence and charm that no one can match." Yet, like many women in the spotlight, Carroll faced personal struggles. 2 high-profile marriages ended in heartbreak, and legal battles over financial disputes threatened her stability. But despite the challenges, she remained poised and unshaken. Through resilience and grace, Diahann Carroll solidified her legacy, not just as a groundbreaking actress, but as an enduring symbol of strength and sophistication. Marlene Clark. If you haven't been captivated yet, Marlene Clark is sure to leave a lasting impression. A defining presence in 1970s horror cinema, Clark made her mark in Ganja and Hess, 1973, a groundbreaking film that challenged genre norms. At a time when black actresses were rarely cast in lead roles, especially in horror, she broke through, bringing both depth and allure to a space that had long been dominated by white leads. Her performance in Ganja and Hess remains a cult classic, proving her versatility and on-screen magnetism. Clark's beauty was mesmerizing. With striking features, deep-set eyes, and smooth, glowing skin, she commanded attention in every frame. While contemporaries like Pam Grier embodied fierce, rebellious energy, Clark's appeal was different, elegant, mysterious, and quietly powerful. She was often described as a slow-burning fire, not explosive, but undeniably captivating. Jet magazine once named her the rising star of horror, praising her ability to blend sophistication with an air of quiet intensity. Yet, like many black actresses of her time, Clark faced obstacles. Hollywood's racial biases often relegated her to minor roles or shut doors altogether. Despite this, she remained unwavering, carving out a legacy in an industry that didn't always welcome her. Marlene Clark wasn't just a beauty, she was a trailblazer, proving that talent and presence could transcend barriers, leaving an indelible mark on horror cinema. Beverly Johnson. With a beauty that defied conventions, Beverly Johnson shattered barriers and redefined the fashion industry. In 1974, she made history as the first African American woman to grace the cover of Vogue, a moment that sent shockwaves through a fashion world long dominated by Eurocentric ideals. Despite facing discrimination and skepticism, Johnson's confidence and talent transformed every challenge into a stepping stone toward greater diversity in modeling. Johnson's beauty was striking and unforgettable. Her radiant brown skin, deep expressive eyes, and sleek black hair set her apart in an industry that often favored fair, delicate features. Compared to supermodels like Lauren Hutton and Twiggy, celebrated for their classic refinement, Johnson brought something entirely new, a bold, magnetic presence that redefined glamour. Vogue once described her as not just the face of a new era, but the embodiment of elegance and fearless beauty. But her success didn't come without struggle. Johnson had to navigate unfair contracts and subtle industry biases, constantly proving her worth in spaces that weren't built for her. In her early days, she worked twice as hard to establish herself, facing obstacles that many of her peers never had to endure. Yet, through resilience and determination, she became more than just a supermodel, she became a trailblazer. Beverly Johnson's beauty wasn't just about fashion, it symbolized strength, perseverance, and the power to break through barriers. Lola Falana. Next, let's turn the spotlight on a true legend of the 1970s, Lola Falana. A dazzling mix of singer, dancer, and actress, Falana became the living embodiment of Las Vegas glamour. Known as the Queen of Las Vegas, she lit up the stage with fiery, high-energy performances that captivated audiences worldwide. At the height of her fame, she stunned the world by stepping away from the spotlight to battle multiple sclerosis, showing that even the brightest stars face their own struggles. Lola Falana was the very definition of beauty. With a mesmerizing figure, smooth brown skin, and piercing eyes, she was impossible to ignore. On stage, it wasn't just her powerful voice or flawless dance moves that captivated, but the undeniable charisma that radiated from her. Unlike Diana Ross, who exuded an elegant diva-like charm, Falana brought boldness and raw energy, creating a presence that was both powerful and untamed. While Hollywood often compared her to Elizabeth Taylor, Falana's unique allure was all her own. Yet, the glitz and glamour of her lavish lifestyle took its toll. When multiple sclerosis was diagnosed, Falana chose to step back from her superstar life and focus on her health. From being the Queen of Las Vegas to becoming a passionate advocate for health and charity, she shifted her focus, becoming an inspiring figure who dedicated herself to the well-being of others. Vonetta McGee. While Marlene Clark captivated audiences in the horror genre, Vonetta McGee became the epitome of beauty and strength in the blaxploitation era. A rising star in the 1970s, McGee made her mark with standout roles in Blackula in 1972 and Detroit 9000, 1973. She wasn't just an actress, she was a trailblazer, challenging the typical portrayal of black women in blaxploitation films, often confined to secondary roles. McGee's performances demanded more depth for female characters, paving the way for future generations of black actresses in a deeply prejudiced industry. Vonetta McGee wasn't just captivating on screen due to her talent, her beauty was undeniable. With radiant eyes, flawless skin, and a smile that could light up any room, she mesmerized audiences. While Pam Grier brought a fierce, untamed energy, McGee's appeal was rooted in her graceful elegance and powerful presence. Ebony magazine once described her as a woman with the aura of an icon, commanding attention without effort. But beauty in Hollywood didn't always lead to success for McGee. She faced pervasive prejudice, with many doors closed simply because of her race and appearance. Yet, McGee never let these barriers define her. She broke through them with resilience, becoming a symbol of beauty, confidence, and unwavering talent in an industry that sought to limit her. Judy Pace. Judy Pace is a shining example of beauty, resilience, and breaking barriers in Hollywood. Rising to fame in the 1970s, Pace made an unforgettable impact with her role as Ulus in 3 in the Attic, quickly becoming one of the era's most admired actresses, with notable appearances in iconic shows like Star Trek. Yet, her journey was filled with struggles that many never saw. Pace's beauty was nothing short of captivating, balancing sharpness and femininity effortlessly. Her elegance and striking features made her stand out in a crowded Hollywood scene. With poised grace and eyes that left an impression, she became a true star. Jet magazine called her one of the most stunning black actresses of her time. While peers like Cicely Tyson embodied grace and sophistication, Pace opted for a bold and confident presence, making every appearance a powerful statement of beauty and self-assurance. But behind the glamour, Judy Pace fought against the barriers of racial discrimination in the film industry. Despite her exceptional talent and stunning looks, she often found herself relegated to secondary roles, with leading parts reserved for white actresses. Determined to make her mark, Pace carved out her place in Hollywood, becoming a symbol of perseverance and the fight against systemic injustice. Her legacy continues to stand as a reminder of the resilience and strength black actresses had to embody in the face of adversity. Brenda Sykes. While Lola Falana captivated with her bold allure, Brenda Sykes stole hearts with her natural, effortless beauty. A standout actress in the 1970s, Sykes made a name for herself with memorable roles in Mandingo and the iconic TV show The Mod Squad. She wasn't just another face on screen, she was an NAACP Image Award nominee, known for her powerful, authentic portrayals of racial issues. In doing so, Sykes became a symbol of strength, pride, and empowerment for black women everywhere. Brenda Sykes' beauty was a quiet force. Without heavy makeup or extravagant styling, she radiated a natural elegance that felt like a breath of fresh air. Her soft features, serene smile, and soulful eyes made her stand out in a way that was both understated and magnetic. While contemporaries like Judy Pace embraced bold looks, Sykes let her raw beauty shine through, earning praise from Ebony magazine as the epitome of natural and seductive beauty, a rare compliment in an era dominated by Eurocentric standards. However, the glamour of Hollywood couldn't mask the challenges Sykes faced. She endured racial discrimination in an industry where leading roles were often reserved for white actresses, leaving her to take on smaller parts. But Sykes never gave up. With each role, she proved her worth, showing the world that black women could be both graceful and powerful on screen. Her beauty, both inside and out, stood as a testament to resilience and determination, ensuring her legacy remains unforgettable. Katie Lester. Katie Lester stands as a perfect example of beauty and artistry intertwined. Known for her iconic hit song Love Letters and her beloved role as Hester Sue in Little House on the Prairie, she captivated audiences both in music and film. Katie's career, though marked by success, also exemplified the versatility and resilience of black women in the entertainment industry, carving out a path for herself as a multi-talented artist. Her beauty was subtle and radiant, defined by an elegance that didn't rely on extravagance. Katie embraced a natural aesthetic that stood in contrast to the bolder styles of contemporaries like Diana Ross and Diane Carroll. With graceful demeanor and flawless skin, she possessed a gentle charm that won the hearts of many. Ebony magazine called her an artist of gentle, understated beauty, a sentiment that holds true to this day. Her allure wasn't in excess, it was in her ability to radiate warmth and authenticity. However, Katie's life wasn't without its struggles. Despite her popularity, she faced personal challenges and the kind of barriers that many black artists in the era had to confront. The industry's limitations didn't stop her, though. Katie Lester continued to shine in spite of setbacks, proving herself as a force in both music and film. Her contributions remain unforgettable, reminding us of the timeless elegance and talent that defined her legacy. Thelma Carpenter. Thelma Carpenter was a beacon of gentleness, grace, and timeless beauty in the world of Broadway. While Judy Pace's strength shone through on screen, Carpenter's subtle charm captivated audiences with her stunning voice and ethereal beauty. A star in productions like Hello, Dolly, and The Wiz, Carpenter's journey to success was filled with obstacles, but her talent and presence left an indelible mark on the stage. Carpenter's beauty was delicate and understated, embodying the ideal of a Broadway leading lady. She exuded femininity with an elegance that didn't need to be loud to be noticed. Unlike her peers, like Patti LaBelle, who commanded attention with boldness and flair, Carpenter's beauty was soft yet commanding. Her voice, often described as one of Broadway's finest, melted hearts. Broadway World called her one of Broadway's finest voices, a true testament to her vocal and emotional prowess. However, even with her stunning talent, Carpenter's career wasn't without its struggles. Despite her success in The Wiz, she faced financial hardships and challenges in maintaining her stardom. Yet, her legacy remained strong. Thelma Carpenter is remembered not just for her beauty but for her powerful, melodic voice that continues to resonate long after she graced the Broadway stage. Tamara Dobson. Tamara Dobson was a towering figure, both literally and figuratively, in Hollywood. At 6 feet 2 inches, 1.88 meters, she stood out in a way few actresses could match, with her height becoming a defining feature of her striking presence. Her iconic role in Cleopatra Jones propelled her career, where she portrayed a powerful, fearless woman who never bowed to anyone. Dobson became a symbol of strength, and her uncompromising character resonated deeply with audiences. Tamara Dobson was unlike any other actress of her time. Her towering height not only emphasized her physique but also created a commanding presence that made her the center of attention, Ebony magazine wrote, celebrating her as one of the tallest actresses in Hollywood. In comparison to contemporaries like Pam Grier, Dobson's beauty wasn't just about her stunning figure, it was about the aura of authority she exuded. She was often described as a goddess, embodying strength, confidence, and a beauty that was both bold and captivating. Though her career in film took off with Cleopatra Jones, it wasn't without its hurdles. Dobson faced financial struggles and legal battles over unfair contracts, yet she stood firm. Despite these challenges, Tamara Dobson's legacy remains an enduring inspiration for women seeking to carve their own paths and assert themselves in Hollywood's often unforgiving landscape. Teresa Graves. Teresa Graves made history with her groundbreaking role as the lead in Get Christy Love, 1974 to 1975, making her the first black actress to headline a long-running American television series. This achievement not only showcased her acting talent but also broke racial barriers in Hollywood, paving the way for future generations of black actresses. Graves was more than just an actress, she became an icon. With her striking beauty and bold personal style, she commanded attention on screen and off. Her glowing skin, jet black hair, and radiant smile lit up every room she entered. While actresses like Teresa Sykes exuded elegance, Graves stood out with a free-spirited, confident charm. Jet magazine hailed her as the first black woman to lead a long-running TV series, recognizing both her groundbreaking work and captivating beauty. What truly set Teresa apart was her ability to blend sophistication with a soft, natural grace. Unlike the fierce personas of Pam Grier or other blaxploitation stars, Graves exuded a quiet confidence, offering a different kind of leading lady, a blend of elegance and strength. Despite her rise to stardom, Graves faced racial discrimination, struggling for opportunities that were easily given to her white peers. These obstacles, however, only added to the power and brilliance of her legacy. Juanita Moore. Some names transcend time, and Juanita Moore is undoubtedly one of them. Best known for her unforgettable performance in Imitation of Life, 1959, Moore's portrayal earned her an Oscar nomination and left a lasting impact on cinema. But her journey wasn't only marked by artistic triumphs, it was shaped by the adversity and challenges she faced in an industry resistant to change. Juanita Moore wasn't just a talented actress, she was a beauty icon of her time, Ebony magazine noted. With her refined, graceful features, she effortlessly captivated hearts. In a time when beauty standards were skewed, Moore's understated and profound beauty set her apart from her peers like Dorothy Dandridge. Every glance and every gesture she made conveyed raw emotion, making it impossible to look away. However, despite her undeniable talent, the years following Imitation of Life weren't kind. Hollywood's systemic racism limited her opportunities, and she faced financial struggles after falling prey to dishonest business partners. Yet, even in the face of adversity, Juanita Moore persevered. Her grace, both on and off screen, ensured she remained unforgettable, an icon whose beauty and resilience continue to inspire. Freda Payne. Freda Payne was a trailblazer of the 1970s, a voice that dominated the music charts with hits like Band of Gold, and later, a surprising transition into acting with Book of Numbers, where she showcased her incredible versatility. But Freda's story is much more than a career, it's about resilience and grace in the face of life's challenges. Freda Payne wasn't just a legendary voice, she embodied sophistication and allure, Jet magazine once wrote. Unlike artists like Gladys Knight, Payne brought a modern, glamorous appeal that captured the essence of the era. While she didn't have the explosive presence of Diana Ross, Payne's beauty was understated, quiet but powerful, leaving fans breathless without ever needing to be over the top. Behind the glamour, however, Payne's life was filled with personal struggles, including scandals, tumultuous relationships, and financial difficulties. Her emotional scars from a bitter divorce and mounting debt could have broken her, but she proved time and again that she was unshakable. Despite a waning career, Freda Payne continued to perform, showing resilience that went far beyond her hits. She remains an enduring icon for her strength, versatility, and beauty. Teresa Merritt. Closing this list is none other than Teresa Merritt, a beloved star of 1970s entertainment who made a lasting impression as the lead in the sitcom That's My Mama, 1974 to 1975. With her comedic talent and natural acting style, she became a household favorite. Merritt wasn't just a television star,
do
She's
the
shown
dims
on
and
the
the
big
dats and the
screen in
D's and the
films like The
dozes.
Wiz, 1978, further cementing her legacy in Hollywood. Merritt didn't fit the glamorous mold of the era's stars, Jet magazine noted. Her appeal came from her simplicity and relatability. Her natural beauty, combined with her warmth, made her stand out in a way that felt comforting and genuine. In a time when the industry often demanded bold, striking images from its stars, Merritt's understated elegance and approachability were refreshing and magnetic. Like many black actresses of her time, Merritt faced systemic racism and limited opportunities in Hollywood. Despite these challenges, she persevered, becoming a role model for other women of color in the industry. Though she may not have been the biggest star, Merritt's legacy endures as a testament to resilience and grace. These 20 women not only made history in entertainment, but also redefined beauty, talent, and strength. They were trailblazers, warriors who rose above adversity and broke barriers in an industry that often tried to hold them back. Their beauty wasn't just what appeared on screen, it was the embodiment of resilience, confidence, and an unshakable determination to shine. Which of these incredible women do you think was the most beautiful? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.